Oops. Wouldn't be a video without my freaking water heater running with it. So I'm just going to start tearing this down, get this battery out, get this RAM out, get all this stuff back to down to nothing because it is in need of some serious service. We don't know if the accelerator card is good. We don't know what's good on here at all. 4000s were a nice machine, but they were kind of a cheap ass model compared to the 3000, which really had some engineering into it. These were just, you know, AJ chipset, glorified 1200s with a freaking big case. Commodore even made their PC-10 cases out of 4000 cases. Did you know that?
Nope.
Hard drive, 2. What is this? Rev 1 daughter board. Everything's going to be early revision on this one because she is serial number 439. We still have the plastic tray in the bottom, and we can see we have some ugh, I don't know what that word is, but bottom of the board looks pretty good to me, shiny. Luckily, the plastic Protectron kept whatever the hell leaked in here and ate up the bottom of the board with rust and rot and protected the actual motherboard. So for once, there we go, this thing did its job. So we're gonna get this case out the way. I got 13 minutes of battery left. Looks like it's working. How's that? Better? Oh yeah. Well, let's do this. How about that? All right. That's factory. Yep. 4000 Rev B. We're firing up the old solder 'em up station. You can never have too much flux. Bye bye, Varda. Not be able to do the dissection. So here she was. You can see it's not too bad. It looks like it leaked out of the top right here on a slice. Just check here. I have to get a pin out. There we go. So we're all de-schmutzed here. Now it's the time for the good stuff. The best smelly, the best yet distilled white vinegar. Yeah. I know these are horrid and fray everywhere, but they're 100% cotton. That crap stinks. It's boring. So let me get this cleaned up and I'll zap to the future when it's a little bit more complete. And just like that, we're on to capacitors. We have the batteries totally removed and clean. I have to get you know, some better cleaning going on in here. I got as much of it neutralized as I can. I'm just scraping away the crustiness. It has a slight greenish tint on the pins. So we're going to get those turds out and get that cleaned up. There's not really much to do with watching me recap a board. For the electronic ones, I like to use... Whoops! For the electronic ones, I like to use the tweezers. These are just some knockoffs. My Heiko power supply isn't working, so it is up there. And we can just grab those off. They're really simple. You just heat up both sides and you carefully touch and the cap pops right off. You get right on each side of the... you know, these are the Chinese knockoffs, but they work fine. Boom, and I like to actually, I'll have better pliers when I do this. This isn't plugged in, by the way. You just touch this, and I kind of grab them, and when they're free, I move them out of the way. I don't just never twist these off. I don't know why people are twisting caps off. You can rip the traces. It's not cool, man. If you have never smelled burnt caps, you're in for a world of fun. I don't think it smells like fish. It's maybe fishy or whatever. Whoop. It's another day, and I've been wearing these daggone goggles that make you look like some kind of super nerd. So I'm chasing out a E157. So 1, 2, and 10. They went over to the resistor pack, and then further on up the line, near where the doohickeys and capacitors are up here, mainly around the NTSC PAL jumper or the VBB 8 MIG jumper. And so that's where I'm at. I've been doing this for a couple of hours, and then I've been popping caps, not the gangster bullets, just actual caps. So I've been busting some caps up in here because I wanted to repair the little traces here, and it is so much of a pain in the butt. I am running a virus scan on the 3000 because I had the bright idea to do something stupid. And that something stupid would be to possibly blow up my 3000 by putting in this 3640. Why would I do that? Because I want to see if it works. Should I do that? I shouldn't do that, but I probably will. So if I do, and you see a bunch of 3000 videos coming out in the future, know that this messed up my 3000. I've cleaned up my desk. It's nice and clean, and we got a nice static-free, clean work environment. You always want to make sure your desk is spotless, and you got nothing on it, because you could drop something, and you got hot soldering irons and power supplies, and you could burn yourself right here too. Alright, so with your cheap Chinese knockoff hot tweezers, an example of a cap removal with hot tweezers, everybody's always like, use hot air. I have hot air, it's right here. This is one that is readily accessible. There you go. Bloop. The smoke you're going to see is not from the capacitor. Crap, did I not record? Hey, great. I just showed you how to take capacitors off with hot air, and I forgot to press record because I'm an expert filmer. Alright, so we're going to try this one. Now I've Captain taped the crap out of this because that little booger is on a bunch of resistor packs. There. So the smoke was coming from the plastic thing. I got a couple more to remove, so I'm going to continue on until I get them all out of my hot air, the ones that are difficult, out. I only had one trace problem, believe it or not. C191 down here on the ground, there is some crazy discoloration right in here on 2 of the pins. So there's all the capacitors from the Amiga. A couple people on the Facebook group did not like how U177 looked, and it does kind of look like dookie. I film a lot, I edit as little as possible. So let's take a gander at these cards. So these are the 3 cards that came in it. So this is the sound card for the Amiga, and yep, that's about all I got on it. And it has in and out and a SMPTE on the back, all RCA. So these 2 cards together, they kind of go together. This 50-pin SCSI cable plugs into this one. So this card would probably, it was sitting on the bottom, and this one sits on top. It plugs in here, right? Now, this top one is a Digital Processing Systems TBC4. So this is the revision 3.3 of the time base corrector 4. This is where you plug in your Micropolis hard drive. This is a PAR. This is what I think to be the 2150, because okay, so here we go. It says Digital Processing Systems 743890 revision 2, which translates to PAR 2150. It'll have, I looked it up on Big Book of Amiga Hardware, it'll have a 35 pack AU8, which is what it has here. 35 pack BU7, you know, whatever. But that's how you're going to tell the 3150 from the 2150. So the 2150 is the NTSC model, while the 3150 is the PAL. Otherwise, they're identical. I thought this was a toaster. I was so happy. They only showed the back. They didn't show what the cards were. I'm like, oh crap, it's got a video toaster in it. But the time-based corrector has S-video, composite component, BNC. It has a little dongle that plugs out of it. This PAR has the S-video and all of your BNC inputs and outputs. It also records right to the hard drive. And I don't know what's on that hard drive. I am very interested to see what is on that sucker when it, if it runs. Looks like someone was in here a long time ago or sometime, because the right audio slot is tweaked a little bit, and it's got a little bit of a burn right here. I didn't do that because I used hot air to get these out. When I worked on Amiga 4000s, they were brand new, so we didn't have to do this kind of crap to them. It's kind of like working on a new car. What do you do to a new car? Improvements. Not much in restoration and repair. I looked right here on this side, and look at that. You see that greening right here? Like, what the hell is that from? Nothing on the bottom, right? I'm like, okay, maybe that shit wore through. I see one little green where the through holes are. Panasonics, hopefully. So I need a bunch of these. I also need to turn on L soldering iron. Oh, I also ordered one of the 74 HCT 166. This is U177. You see, I ordered one pack of 50. So I have a whole bunch of these now. I didn't realize how tiny they were until I pulled them out and realized, oh my god, these are tiny. We're going to see if it doesn't work first, and then we're going to start throwing more money at it, because that's the right thing to do. It's a couple days later, and we got some more parts in. What did I get? Well, I got the U114s, which are the 174s here. I bought a whole string of them, 25 of them. And then I got the other chips, which are the bigger dogs, the 245s. I got those because they're everywhere. I don't know if I'll need these, but I have them. And then I got some more capacitors, because these are the Panasonic, what are these, the 1622s that I didn't have. And then I got a couple cheapo SD card to IDE readers. That was for the 600, but, you know, whoops, That's all the caps. They're all brand new. They're all Panasonics, minus these green ones, which are supposed to be Panasonics, but I've never seen a green Panasonic. I'm just gonna give her a quick blow job there. So we have all of our chips. 74 HCT 166s are the 976 and 975. So I got a whole boatload of those too. Got everything I need, and I'm done. Oh, I gotta recap the 3640. Alright, and there is the 3640 on board here. I guess this is just turned on. I got chip RAM in, 3.0 factory ROMs. I have 3.1 ROMs for it, 2. Nope. I have no disk spin. I do as soon as I put it in. It's like zip, zip, stop. No light. The disc spins. We'll turn it on. We're still bright power light. It never goes where your ROM screen would come on. Anything. We just have we have nothing. Like nothing. The only thing I can try again is diagram. Low and high. In theory, all we should have to do is energize and watch this screen. Keyboard light, caps lock comes on real quick, goes out. I still see this funky character. See nothing. Nothing, man. These are just average, the gals and Buster, Buscom, whatever. OE bus, bus term, buscom, they're all so that was like 20 minutes. I know you don't want to see me take the 3000 apart again. So what we're doing is this. I'm gonna use my 3640 board here. It has the metal pegs for it already. Interesting. But I have to do some jumpers on here to do like the clock external. So my Buster is a 06, looks like, copyright 1990. My DMAC is the 02. Okay, so it looks like my jumpers are set. These suckers are sharp. So I don't know if I should put some screws in this thing. I'll probably not. I just want to fire it up. So I'm going to put the required daughter card in and the required SCSI dude. And we'll stick that somewhere like that. And go for it. Power light comes on. This hard drive is doing its thing. Still booting. There we go. So there we go. So awesome. Let's see what we're reporting in the old stink info. Can you see that? 68040. 68040 plus cool. That's awesome, man. Well, if the 4000's out, I do have a 040. I gotta leave it all ugly looking because it's just you know. So 040's working. That's a plus. Now I'm going to take all of this back apart, put the 3000 back together the way she was, all purty, re-jumper it, retest it, button her up, flip-flop back to the 4000 and see where we get. At least we know we have a good 040 card. The capacitors, a lot of them were made wrong. They were reverse negatives to positives, even on the silk screens. I haven't checked this one yet. I haven't even recapped it yet. The silver's good. The solder is good, which looks very silver. It's not running hot at all. Now this U400 gets warm, but not like burn your finger warm, like, you know, as warm as your tongue. So let me flip-flop this, and after a few seconds in your time, with the 3000 on its stock 030 25. I did not put the 8 meg data flyer board in, so we're at a measly 16, 17, 18 megs of RAM with the chip. No big deal. So we're going to go DH2, sysinfo 4, and remember, we do angle for speed. 68030, 6882 should be at about, whoops, I forgot to turn D-burst on. 24.99999 megahertz. So that means we are working well, shutting her down. Let me flip-plop this off, put the cover back on, and we'll put the 4000 back here.